Hello everybody, thanks for joining the stream. This is our second part of our 4th week of streaming our characters here, and today we are going to hopefully wrap up this character that you see before you, which is our jailer character. So if you remember from Tuesday, we were talking about this character a little bit. And we got pretty far. I did a couple tweaking behind the scenes since then, but this is kind of where we left off. So yeah, today we're gonna add a couple things and then really do a lot of the color shading and values that go with her here. So before we get into that though, I do want to show you, as promised, some of our previous characters. So our scout character here, this was the first character we created about 4 weeks ago. He was officially approved today, which that basically means that he's been looked over and checked out for any issues or things that might present problems and whatnot. So he is 100% good to go, which is really exciting. I really like him. So the other two that we've also done are really close behind him. There's just a couple of minor little things that I tweaked, but they're actually probably fine right now. So this is one we did on week 2, which is the Psycho, which is probably the second character that you'll come across in the game here. So he's pretty much good to go. I just need the 100% approval on that, but I think we're really close on him. A lot of fun. And then the character we did last week, which I need to actually jump over here. She is also very close to being just 100% approved. This is our Basher character. So she's, yeah, edited. So hopefully next week or the week after that, we'll get 100% on those. But I think we're there. So jumping back into this, our jailer character, I did also say that when ranged combat is added to the sandbox, which will be coming soon, I am imagining this, you can see from the photo here, she's holding a crowbar, which will be the case, but she will be the first ranged character when we're allowed to do that. So I'll probably give her a pistol or something in this one hand, and then she'll hold the crowbar in the other hand. So, but yeah. So again, thanks for joining. We're working in VoxEdit again, which is created by the sandbox to be able to create this voxel art or characters and assets, NFTs, to use in the sandbox. So always a blast doing that. So I think where we left off, I did kind of add the mask. I kind of tweaked that off air there a little bit, but the only other thing that we need to create on her that we did not is over here you can see just kind of some kind of holster, probably for a knife or something, there on her thigh with these 2 straps. So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we'll go ahead and jump into getting all the colors valued and shaded and that sort of thing. So let's do that. Let's jump into the thigh here. And yeah, so we'll go darker. Actually, you know what? On the strap, let's go lighter. We always want that, that contrast to be there. So the bottom one, let's see what it looks like if we paint a layer of voxels on it. Like this. Actually, we won't even see that, but that's fine. We can color it later. We will... Let's see what it looks like if we do a layer and not paint the inside. Typically, I paint the inside because when they rub together, you'll have that Z fighting and whatnot. But let's just see what it looks like without that for now. We'll cut off these corners to give it somewhat of a rounded appearance. And then, okay, so here's the belly. I guess we're gonna have to go. We might bring that all down one, because I don't want to get too close to the belly there. Give us some Z fighting issues, but let's paint all these on there really quick. Let's just see what that looks like. Definitely too close together, I'd say. Hello, Lozen, thank you for joining. Oh, I left a corner on that one. I think it's definitely cool with it painted on. It adds, you know, more depth. I'm always about more depth, but I do think we need to bring this bottom one down just one row. So let's do that. So delete everything we've done here. Turn. All right. So where were we? We were there. Let's go here. Yeah, it looks better already. Okay. Did I? Yeah. Okay, cool. So now let's build this holster. I mean, I guess it could be for a crowbar, but that's kind of silly. Do you have a holster for putting a crowbar in it? At least one like that. It's not like a tool belt type thing, but all right, let's get a new color. Let's see. So our straps are light, pants are kind of dark gray, the knee pad is darker, and then the strap is darker than that. Let's get like a medium gray. So we're gonna color all this. Paint, no. We're gonna turn, so this button up here will show our edges. It really helps with dark shadowy areas when you really got to see the depth of what's going on. So down to her knee, I think that's pretty good. Let's try one more layer since we're on the outside here. All right, I'm gonna turn off the layers and let's play with that color now so it'll pop a little better. Maybe something like that. Did I color that? What is that? That's weird. That's just a shadow, but it's a light shadow. All right, let's see what that looks like. Cool. Obviously her legs aren't as long as the drawing, but it works. If we do, let's do a walk. Down here we'll select, these are all the animations. Let's do a walk. And let's just see where it goes. So the middle here is not rubbing on anything. That's good. So we do have her bracelet. Oh my goodness, it's very touchy. So on the walk, her bracelet is kind of rubbing up against that, which they're almost the same color, which is fine, but it looks kind of silly. So we might drop that first layer. In a general sense, they might be walking a little bit when they're patrolling, but more than likely they will be attacking or running at you like this. So this is the warrior chase, which her hand's out a little further that way. Yeah, we might be okay. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but that's why we do the tests and stuff. Okay, I'm good with that. She's got a belt. I did paint that stripe on last time. I think we can color in the rest, but everything else looks like we're ready to color that. So let's start at the top. Typically it's the hardest one, but let's do that with our mask here. I've got my notepad for the colors, and if I hit this eyedrop tool and choose the color, it tells us where we're at. So the mask is 40. So that'll be our darkest color. So we're gonna go just up from there. We'll kind of give it, actually let's go one darker. So we'll draw in kind of some crease lines to give it some definition here. Don't like that. There we go. And then I'm going to drop this down just a hair. Okay. So that's our darkest color, which is 39. 39. I got rid of so many post-its today from all of these colors and characters and stuff. So there's a good kind of creasing in the mask of how we want it there. So now I'm going to go up just slightly from there, and I'm going to paint around the dark parts, kind of what we've done each time. There we go. And then we'll get one more color. I like to have at least 3. That's too high. That's where we're at. So we need one more down right here. You can't even tell. That's the same. There we go. All right, so we'll just paint this around like that, so it all blends together a little naturally. And actually, I think we're too far apart from our color, so I'm gonna drop this slightly. All right, so we're at 40. Oh wow, yeah. Let's do. Oops. Where'd it go? 40, which is 25. Okay, that's where we're at. We're gonna go down 1. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this other color. I'm gonna go the other direction. I think I really screwed myself on this one. Where are we at? I need to go down 2. There we go. Now give me this one. Give me 23. And then the lighter one, give me 24. Okay, that's better. So that gives us a little definition on the mask. Let's make sure that that's there. There we go. Okay. So now we'll take these colors and we're going to do the strap here, kind of. I'll move this light around so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So our dark color, we'll actually put, maybe it kind of goes along here. Like so. I think just one line should do the trick there. And then let's get our next color. And we're just going to paint around it. Goes way down here, it looks like. And in the back, we'll put a little more of the dark color. Not that we will really ever see that. All right, and now let's get our light. Okay, so I think we're good. That is our mask. Let's make sure we save. Okay, let's do the face. That's her skin color, which is 8F. And we're gonna go a little bit darker just below the eyes here. And maybe on this part. Okay. Now, her hair. We're going to do definitely darker shadows. So there's her hair, which is 3C. Let's write that down. Okay. So hitting this plus sign, we'll copy that, and then I'll drop it down just a tad. Let's see what we dropped it to. Okay. So again, just like the mask, kind of we draw in the dark areas. Let me move our light back around. Okay. So all the places where her hair is kind of pulling back. There we go. Give it a little definition here. Too much. There we go. And it all kind of pulls down to this ponytail. All right, we'll do the same thing on the side here. That'd be right there. All right, we'll wrap this around. Cool. Maybe there's one here. Cool. All right. So let's turn our symmetry off here. So that's going to be our dark. So let's come up a little bit from there. We'll paint around it. All right. So adding all these, these lights and darks will give the hair a little more texture, a little more depth. Paint on this side. It's kind of hard to see back here. There we go. All right, now we're gonna grab another color, so we'll duplicate that one. Go up a little bit. Let's doing that thing to me again. 23 is the hair. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 19. Okay. This is going to be 20. This is going to be 21. All right. Oops. Our front is not symmetrical, so we can't have that on. All right, now we'll paint this on. So all of these gradually blend to our original color. Hopefully. It looks like it is, though. There we go. Looks like we'll have to do a little work on the bottom down there, but that's okay. There we go. Cool. And then that leaves it. That's basically 4 colors in the hair there. Good deal. All right. So she's got a hairband that's basically holding the ponytail up. We'll put that in and make it not red. Make it really light so we can see it. So we know we're not coloring that part. Cool. Let's add. We might need to do one more color. 21. Yeah, we do, don't we? Let's make this 22. Oh, it's got a little red in it. You can barely tell that there's a difference. There we go. A little more of a difference there. Okay. And then we'll sprinkle this in to really transition all of that. Cool. All right, now we're gonna have to do the ponytail the same way, which won't be too difficult. All right, much better. All right, so the ponytail will be basically what we just did, but a little easier. So we'll get our dark color. We're gonna put that in there, a couple places. Definitely gonna need our borders on. Now we can really see what we're doing. Okay. There we go. All right, now we'll take the other 3 colors. fill it in. There we go. I'd say hair is probably hardest. Any of the fibrous natural stuff's always the hardest. All right. Almost got all this one. Put some back here. We didn't do any really dark. All right, next color. Go around there. Couple spots. All right. I think we're pretty good for right now. We just don't want it to really be solid. Okay, so let's save that and jump out. So you can already see it kind of breaks up the hair more. Cool. All right, let's what should we do next? Whoops. I guess we can do this. Actually, one thing I did want to fix though is her eyes. I don't think this is in any other color. No. I want to do a little bit lighter. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Let's do this scarf. She's kind of got over her here. It's got quite a few little creases in it. I think this is the color. 57, yeah. So we'll take this down. This will be our dark. So it kind of gathers here. Bring that down like that. And then maybe one down there. And then let's do one not like that. Another one that kind of comes across like this. There we go. And where would that go? Just kind of bunched up and it goes all the way across here. And then I imagine this one kind of connects to it. Maybe one connects like that. And let's see. All right, so now we're going to come up from here and do, all right, 54. Yes. All right, so same thing. Let's paint those on there. Okay. get that door real quick. Be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are coloring the scarf here. I think we got the front pretty well. I'm gonna add another color. Keep getting lighter. Oops. Pretty soon they'll just blend together here. Cool. All right, so looks pretty good. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the back here. And then these will come, actually we might do kind of a semicircle here. If we follow this one down, maybe that's our start. Ooh, we need some light back here. There we go. Oh, I'm using the same color. Here we go. All right, maybe that's our start. There we go. And then we'll do one from this side. Maybe it kind of meets like that. Cool. All right. It's easier when the colors are right next to each other and not all over the place. There we go. Let's do this. Did I make that the scarf? I did make that the scarf. Okay. And then our final color. Follow that. You might hear some loud noises. Don't be alarmed. Just having paint mixed. Alright, here we go. Oof. Something like we need one more color down there. Can we? It looks the same. We can, right there. Can barely tell. Alright. Now, this part here, if we look through the head, technically needs some color. You won't really ever see it, but we'll go ahead and we did like this bit. Actually, let's do it if it wrapped through the head here. So maybe around the neck like this to that one. And then maybe this comes down. Maybe this is wrapped around like that. Okay. You won't really ever see this part, but we'll color it just to be sure. And then our almost light color. And our last color. There we go. Cool. Alright, so let's save that. Let's see how that looks. We've got a couple spots over here. Alright. Cool. Looks really good. So she's kind of got a hole in this one. It's kind of layered, so it might be the same fabric coming through it there. However, let's try if we were to delete maybe like that part, and then that needs to be white. Oops, right? Yeah, the white shirt would be under there. So we just take out that much for a little hole, make it kind of ragtag. I'm good with that. All right, so we've got our scarf. Let's move our light back around to the front here. It's really dark. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cool. So we do need to do the same thing. There's this little part we did on the shoulders, remember? So the scarf looks like it's kind of draped over the shoulders there. So we need to color that. I need to jump back in here real quick and write down some of those colors we did. Otherwise, I will not remember. So 57 is where we were at. Then I did 53, 54, 55, and 56. Yeah, so that's what I meant to do. All of them in between our base color. Okay, we don't have enough room on these shoulder parts, but that's okay. All right, so we'll jump in the left arm here. And let's see. 57, yep. So 53 is our darkest one. We'll just do that kind of on the outside here. That's 52. Why? Okay, no matter. Let's go to 54. Now we can't do right on the inside. That needs to be the same color. So we're really limited. So we might not get to do all of these. Let's try 55. There. I think that's plenty. Let's see what that looks like. Yep, that's good. Let's do this other little shoulder, which I think is actually even less. So we can't change the color of the ones that are on the inside because that will fight in Z fight when we get in there. So first one's 53, not 500. All right, so we'll do 54. And we'll do one more. I think we did what, 55? That one's inside. Let's not do that. Okay. So the scarf should be good to go then. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Cool. Let's save. So moving further down from there is the white shirt. So we have our scarf, and then underneath that scarf is the white, and then underneath that is the black. So let's do this white one. And actually, before we finish coloring, let's do something a little more exciting. Let me jump out of here. So, like I said, her weapon is a crowbar. So I have made a crowbar, and we need to get that in her hand. So it's kind of tricky the way it's done. This one is one that will be equipable by the players. So you can run around, you can pick it up, you can use it, you can hit people with it. And we can use the same one for her, but the problem is that it's in 3 parts, right? So you have this, the grip part, that's what it's called, this guard, and then the blade, because standardly it's a sword. So there's 3 parts, and they're all disconnected, and you have to line them up. So it's hard to do, because if I import them into here, I have to import all 3 and then line them up. And then I have to line them up every single animation I want that to be constant with. So the way around that is we need to take this crowbar and make it into one file. So let's do some counting. So this part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I can just look up here. 13. So we have 13. And then let's go to this part. I think it's 3. It is 3. So 13, 3. And now let's go to the blade is 11. So 27 is our width, and then we are 5 voxels high. So let's make it one piece. So to do that, I will go down here to modeler. We're going to create a new asset. No, actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the animator, new asset. Since this is only going to be used by her, we'll just put it in her folder. Crowbar. All right, so we have our blank slate here. I've got to create a couple nodes, which are what these are called. So that'll just be crowbar. Okay, so now we'll come over here. We need to do a new VXM. And this is where we'll actually build it. crowbar. Now I gotta remember how I did it. I think I'll be fine. And then we'll pull our colors. Let's just do that for now. So we were 27 and 5, and this was 2. All right, so we were pretty sure I had 2 down like that, right, for the bottom. This part, oh, maybe I'll get it first try. That. Up? No. Did I not add these correctly? No, I did. Oh, you know what? It's probably just longer. So if this is the end, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. I think that's what I did. Does it look right? I think so. Now, for this button moves the pivot. So the pivot is the point right there, which everything pivots from when you put it in the game, or when you add it and import it into the next VXM. And that's going to save us a lot of time if we do this correctly. So you can see it is way over there, and we need it to be here. So what we'll do is we need to get it right in the middle. So our red is 2, so half of that is 1. So we'll move this to where that number says 1. Right there. Yep. And then our length is 27. So we're going to have to do, I apologize, there's going to be some loud, there we go. So 13.5. There we go. But we're still up high, so let's drop our, this should be 0, 0, I believe. Cool. So let's save that. Now what we do is, you can see we have it over here. We're gonna drag it to our crowbar node, and there it is. Now it's a 1 piece instead of 3. So I'm gonna save that. We'll go back in here to her. And then what we'll do on her right hand is we're gonna create a node, and this is equip right. Okay, so now we will import what we just made, which is this guy. So if we drag this into that node now, it should hold it, and it does not, but that's okay. Now what we need to do is come back to our crowbar. We're gonna make this easier, hopefully. So if we spin this around 90 degrees, let's see if that helps us. So unlink. We might have to delete it all the way. Let's see. Unlink. Delete. Re-import the crowbar. It's still the same. That's fine. Yeah, it looks like it's doing it right on the bottom of the hand, which is fine. How can we make that work for us? So now we're in the crowbar here. If we move this where they would hold it. And now we need to rotate it. Which, oh, this part always throws me off here. Green? Nope, not green. This one. Alright, let's crop that. We're gonna move that back. So 1. So the pivot is on the base of it, which is not what we want. So we'll move that up. Down, rather, to 4. Is that where you'd hold a crowbar? Let me spin this around so you can see it. No, it's not. So you'd hold it. Probably there, but you also wouldn't hold it this way, but that's fine. We will save, flip it that way. There we go. And you still wouldn't hold it like that because you want to flip it. Whoa, not that way. That way. That's how you would do it. We're learning. There we go. 3.5 maybe. So my goal is to, if I get this correctly from this part, it'll save me time having to do it on all the animations because there are a lot. Oh, you know what? While that is what I was trying to do, it's not what I need to do. So there. Actually, hold on. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we're in idle 1. If we go to... Okay, that's what I thought. I wish I had done this on my other ones here. So what we'll do, go in here. So I have to turn it 90 degrees, basically. Oh my goodness, it's really hard to navigate this. Okay. So we need to flip this whole thing. Not that way. Not that way. Not that way. There we go. That's what I want. Oh wow, I can't drive today. Let's crop that. Now we're gonna reposition our guy here. Okay. Down. I think I was at 2. This way. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, we're real close. So basically this has to be right through there. So we're almost there. So we'll go back to our pivot. Come up. It's hard to see, it's so shadowy. Now we're gonna come over. Let's see what that looks like. It's just sitting on the knuckles. Okay, so we're not quite there yet. Back into this. Oh, I can kind of see it better right here. Right in the middle. Oh, that might be it right there. If this works for all the animations, I'm gonna cry. Happy, but also because I did this the hard way for my other ones. Alright, so we're almost there. Okay, I think that did it. Is that how you told a crowbar? Yeah, it is. Alright, so let's play some animations and see how we're looking. So see, it's kind of Z-fighting right there, which is fine. Let's do a walk. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's in the right spot. Yeah. I wasted a lot of time on my other ones. That's fine. Now, the question is, what does it look like when you get hit by it? Is it accurate? Let's see, warrior. It's warrior chase. That makes sense. It probably hits you with the pokey part up here, which means our attack is probably okay. Where's a good attack? Let's do attack 1. Pokey part, pokey part, pokey part. Pokey part, backhand. Okay, so I think we're okay. Wow. So it works on all the animations then. Yeah, I wasted a lot of time. That's okay. And that is how we do it then. Now we know. Now we know. Alright. I do think she's holding the crowbar a little too in the middle. So I think I do want to move it maybe like that. Yeah, that looks better. Sweet. So there's that. Cool. All right, so yeah, I think we are at time, so that just leaves what I will do behind the scenes here is I will do the color on the white jacket, the black shirt, the pants, the arms, knee pads, and shoes. Basically, I'll color all the rest of this, but the main stuff is there. We've got our crowbar in, and it's on all the animations, so it gets... Yeah, it's there on all of them. That's such a time saver. Okay, but yeah, I will get her finished and sent off, and then, so next week, I think we're gonna do something a little different. I have more characters, obviously, but I think we're gonna go into the game maker and start doing some world building, terraforming with the monochrome blocks. I have, I think, over 30 blocks I've made. They're all black and white, all different things, inside, outside stuff that we'll start building the world, the base world, and then the week after next, we'll jump back on the next character. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta think that through a little bit more, but yeah. So thanks for watching this live or watching it the replay, and yeah, that's about 4 characters down, and just a little bit closer to getting the game started to be built. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.